Twinkling Tango. You need to find an E, first finger, on the A string in 4th position. So your thumb goes up and it goes against the block of wood here, and the 1 is opposite. Now if you check your E, you've got the same note. Here's a performance. 3, 4. This is actually quite a tricky piece, but if you break it down into little sections and then put those sections together, it's quite straightforward. The first thing is that you have this rhythmic feature which says Manchester City, Manchester City, and you see that in the first bar. So let's just play that just on the A string first of all. So it goes. Now the first note has a dot, so I'm going to lift. The next note has a line, so I'm smooth. So, in context, 3, 4. You could play a little scale around those notes. A major if you want. Just to get used to that pattern. So here's the first bar. We're in 4th position. I would find the E by plucking the E here, so I hear it, and then I put my thumb against the block, first finger's opposite, and you can just pluck it to hear that you've got the same note as your open E. It's really important to start with the correct note. 3, 4. The next time it comes is in bar number 3, and that's this. We're in 1st position, 1 on the E string. It's a little variation, but basically it's the same rhythm. Then the next time it comes is in bar number 5, and we're in 2nd position. So if you put a high 2 on the G string, and then let your thumb and 2nd finger go up a half step, and it should sound that note, and it goes 2, 4, ready, go. Not easy, so know the distances of the notes. The first note, the 2, to the E flat is a step and a half. The 2 on the D is opposite the 2 on the G. The 1 is a step behind on the A. It's a step and a half away. 1 hops over to the E. 4, 1. So we're in C minor, the scale of C minor, and this is an arpeggio of C minor basically. So I'll try this again. So 3, 4. And then the next one is in bar 7. We're in 1st position again. It's low 2 on the A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll do it again. 3, 4. So this one has a little chromatic scale at the very end of it, which goes 1 on the A, low 2, high 2, 3 on the stripe, low 4, 1 on the E. And then the last time the rhythm comes is at the very last bar, and it's... And there's a little sliding note up to the 4, so I just slide my 4 up to the harmonic. Slide. So those are the rhythmic features of the Manchester City, or whatever you want to say at the end, because the endings tend to vary. Now we have to look at the little bits that happen in between. So the first bit is bar 2. This is an arpeggio of E minor. So we're in 4th position. The 1 is down on the A string in 4th position. on an E. 3, which is a step and a half away. 1 hops over to the E. 4 on the E. Open E. Back into first position. 1 and low 2. So I'm just going to play those notes again. So you have 1 on the A, 3 on the A, 1 on E, 4, open E, first position 1, low 2. So I'm just treating those as notes. So I can actually do exercises to try and improve my processing of those notes. I might do a rhythm. So I could go fast, slow, fast, slow. Then I could do slow, fast, slow, fast. Or I could do a 3-note rhythm or a 4-note rhythm pattern. I could go ti, ti, ta, ta. Ta, ti, ti, ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti. So that's a way of improving processing because you're changing this combination of fast thinking and slow thinking to catch up. There are other things that you could do as well. We have displacement doesn't really work in this little passage, but you could play it an octave lower and see what the finger patterns are. You could do for intonation just E's. So you play E loud, soft, loud, loud, soft. So wherever you choose, whichever note you choose, it could be a G, an E or whatever, to see if you're matching the intonation all the way through that little passage, you could play those notes loud and every other note soft. So let's just try that bar again. So 3, 4. So it has a lot of dynamics. Crescendo, the top E has a dot on it, so it's short. And that means that when you shift down to first position, although it's mezzo piano, that's an upbeat to the next bar. They don't belong together. They're not, it's short, and this is an upbeat. So they have different roles. Let's just try that again. So 3, 4. Then the next changing bar is in bar 4. And this is just in a very interesting minor scale. So you have 1 on the A, low 2, 1, low 4, 3, low 4, 3, high 2, low 1. So that last semiquaver passage is difficult because you've got the 3 on the D, low 4, 3 on the D, high 2, low 1. It's sort of got an Eastern feel to it. So I'll play it now in time. So 3, 4. And you'll see that there are lines above the notes. We call them tenuto lines. It means that you're trying to connect these notes smoothly together, and then there's a diminuendo through it. So it's a little bit more at the start, then less. Now, the next bit we're going to do is actually how do I get into second position. I'm in first position at the moment, and I've just played an open D. So I practice doing this. Open D, high 2 on the G, slide up to C by moving hand, thumb and finger up a half step. So then place the 2, shift, place the 2, shift. So you build it like that, and you just do this very slowly so that that C is bang on in tune. Then the next interesting bit is in bar 6. Now we're actually in second position here, and it's another arpeggio. So my 1 is on an F. If you imagine playing in first position, 1, low 2. Now move your whole hand up to that low 2. There's your 1. Keep it down as an anchor. This one has a 4, 1, low 3, 2. Back to first position. We'll do that again. 4, 1, 3, 2. And the rhythm is saying T, 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 triola, triola. And I could just practice that on the open strings. So it's on the D string, D, D, G, 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 D, D, A, A. I'll do it again. Ready, go. Now I'm going to do it with correct bowing, which means starting up bow. Ready, go. And now I'm going to put the fingers into it. So find that F natural or 1 on the D string in second position. That's the note. Find that note. Now put 4 down on the D. Ready, go. And then we've looked at everything else. So I'm going to just play it through one more time in a performance. Find that E, know what it sounds like. There we go. 3, 4.